My name is PK Sidharth Ramkumar. I hail from Cochin, Ernakulam district in Kerala. In CSE 2023, I was able to secure All India rank 4. My preparation was mostly about note making. So I try to add things from cricket, from movies, from stories, from poems, from music that I like, or random things which I find interesting in the news, in YouTube, in Netflix, in pop culture, in sports, everything. So even if I'm watching a movie, I'll try to take some reference, some things which I can use in essay ethics, or even in interview. There will be some things which you can, like, which will stay with you, which will inspire you, or have some impact, which can be used. So although I'm not saying that is very important, but then that was some way in which I felt that I was not wasting time. So it was mostly for mental satisfaction. But so I used to go for cricket. I used to play cricket. Then I used to watch a lot of movies. So if I'm studying and suddenly at 11 o'clock in the night, if I'm exhausted, if there's a movie nearby, I'll go for the movie at night. Be it even at 12 o'clock, I went for a movie. I think between prelims and mains this year, I would have watched at least 10 to 15 movies. But sometimes if I feel I'm wasting time, I would come back after the first half. So it was not like I am entirely doing this or that. But then very intense, suddenly if I'm exhausted, I'll go do something else, come back again, do something. And I had very small books also for short notes. Like, although as I said, I had GS 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 big books, proper notebooks. I had small pocket size books also for GS 1, 2, 3, 4. I think if coaching is not affordable, definitely it's not, I'll say it is not that important, because there are a lot of toppers every year who are actually properly guiding people. And even for me, I think toppers content and toppers videos were more useful in hindsight, because one, there is this credibility that you feel because they've cleared. Chances of their content and their approach working is more. But then if you feel you're not so confident, and if you think going to institute is better for you, that also works. I think institutes are also doing good work. Some of the institutes are also doing good work. But then I don't think coaching is necessary, because end of the day, preparation is done individually. Even if you, like, I didn't go for I went only for anthro in terms of classroom preparation. Most of the other stuff was online test series content and this thing. So I feel online is like enough for preparing if you think it is not needed, or if you think it is not affordable. I think there's a very high amount of stress that is associated, that comes to your life during this process. So even if you are giving one attempt, the cycle takes about 1 to 2 years by the time the final result comes. And then if you're giving 2 attempts, about 2 to 2.5 years goes. So there is a lot of stress. I think it is important to accept that there is a lot of randomness in this exam. That this is not an exam where input is directly proportional to the output. Where if you are good, and if you have good notes, and if you have written well, if you have written well, again there is a level of subjectivity. It depends on who is correcting, and whether you have actually written well in terms of the question asked or what is asked. So I think you need to accept that there's a lot of factors involved, there is a lot of randomness, and so try to give your best and then leave it at some point. So focus on things that are almost there, like focus on the low hanging fruits, be it PYQ, be it the areas which repeat. For example, for prelims, I still think even though questions are becoming very random and being asked from multiple areas, I think polity, economics and history, the static part, still gives about 50% of the questions. So focusing on those I think will probably fetch more, or is a safer strategy. And then I feel any one good current monthly magazine freely available in internet and paper. I think reading newspaper is also important. But then if you can't read it fully, at least read the headlines, at least read the Indian Express explained page or the Hindu FAQ. Or even if you can't do that, if you have absolutely no time in some weeks, then just read the compilation. But just be aware, be in tune with what is happening. I think those are things which could work.